Hello, and welcome to Aarrow's Art Analysis, where I go through some theory and utilization of each art and discuss how to approach it from both sides, of Shulk and his opponent. Today we're going to start with Smash Art, not only because I believe it's underrated and oversimplified, but because the deep mind games are powerful and need to be discussed. So I'm going to go ahead and start with you giving you some annotations here. You'll see in the corners here I've divided into sections for your convenience, and for time's sake, there will be a section where I briefly go over kill options for your convenience, and there will be two sections of deeper analysis where I break down some interactions with Smash Art and hopefully give you some ideas on how to use the art yourself. I also go through some of the theory that I'll be discussing here in the general section in those specific areas, but feel free to skip ahead, skip around, and come back if you feel like it. Before we get to anything specific, I'd like to talk about Smash Art in general, and obviously the first conception I need to talk about is the obvious lol, just run away, it's Smash Art. I'm sure we've all heard of it, I'm sure we've all said it, but when it comes down to it, if you played this game enough, you're fully aware of things like Ding Dong, where you only have to avoid one grab, and it doesn't seem like that's very doable in this game. I think in Smash Art in this instance even has the advantage over something like a kill confirm over grab, because Shulk has a plethora of kill options, which, as I've mentioned before, we'll go over briefly. Dash attack, which is a greater burst option, grabs. There's not a single answer to Smash Art, and it takes both the Shulk and the opponent being aware of this to make Smash Art deep. But if your opponent isn't aware of this and you're the Shulk player and knows all the ways you can handle Smash Art, you'll definitely be a huge threat when it comes to kill power. Now there's an obvious limitation that comes with Smash Art in comparison to things like the kill confirms we're really familiar with other characters, and that's the obvious time limit. 15 seconds to have that much kill power is a lot different than just having a move that sets it up at any given point. For Shulk, this just means that we need to know when to turn it on, and it's the same for all of our arts. It's really important to know which situations will optimize your opportunity to make use of the art, and for Smash Art that's definitely when somebody's at the ledge, or if you're fighting against an aggressive player at any moment. Turning it on either forces them to play more passive, or they come to you and put themselves at more risk, which is obviously to your favor. Speaking of risk, there is a huge balance, and when it comes to Smash Art, it's the obvious thing that we have to consider. At low percents, when we're at low percents rather, and our opponents are at high percent, there honestly isn't any risk for us. Aside from things like Shine Spark from Samus, nothing will be killing us at 0 to, I'd say, 50% in Smash Art. On the other side, if we're at high percent and they're at high percent, I also believe it's not much of a risk to us, because if we're already at kill percent, like let's say we're at 140, 120, whatever they use to kill us probably would kill us regardless of if we're in Smash Art or not. It's honestly the difference of being a Diddy with Rage and a Ryu with Rage. You're obviously still going to die at any point, but you're definitely going to have more opportunity to kill them. That being said, I fully believe that the Shulk player decides how much risk there is in using Smash Art. If you're committed to playing passive, you just have to wait for them to put themselves at risk first, attempting to press a button first, and you can punish that. Rather, if they're scared, you can wait for that and punish it. By not committing, you're not necessarily losing anything. So even if neither of you are to approach, you're in Smash Art, and it times out, you've lost nothing. You still have your stock. They might not have theirs. If anything, you have more information. I'll go into that more in one of the examples I bring up. Another thing to keep in mind is that they only have so many options to kill you. This comes down to also wanting them to be at the ledge. This is a position where they have to commit first. They have to press a button, and as long as you're not going to try and guess, try to put yourself at risk doing something, you can always react and get the punish safely. If you notice that you are in position for them to get that back air, that grab that they want, you can always just turn Smash Art off. That's something to keep in mind. Speaking about kill options, we're going to go into that briefly right now. Feel free to skip ahead. First we have reverse back air, a really strong kill option. Not only is it an unexpected hitbox, but it actually has enough shield pressure to not be shield grabbable. It spaces you out just enough to get a forward tilt safely to punish a whiffed grab. You'll see forward tilt here, kills at around 90%, really nice kill option. You'll want to use that over forward smash 99% of the time. Down smash, really good for anti-airing if they air dodge or even attempt to land on top of you, because it has such a huge hitbox, and because it lowers your hurtbox itself, it's easy to duck under a back air or something, or catch either side of the air dodge. Out smash, as we've seen there, really strong kill option. As we all know, it's really good at catching neutral get up at the ledge. Also punishes out of shield decently well. We have throws now. Back throw, pretty strong, just slightly weaker than down throw, which is going to kill at 118%, you're going to see here. Our most reliable grab, but to keep from staling it, I'm including forward throw in here. You're not going to use it much in Smash Art. The low angle is actually really nice. Sets up for easier edge guards most of the time, but you're not going to be using it outside of avoiding staling. I may make a video entirely on forward throw later, but of course it would be in other arts. It's actually pretty useful, but in the meantime, next I'm going to show you a really powerful kill option. Needs time to set up. Backslash actually kills at 82% without any rage. And again, these are training room percents. Something to mention, these are training room percents, no DI. I use Roy because he's the middle of midweights, so it's a nice reference, but please don't take these numbers as too literal. So middle of the stage, 82%, that's really nice. You're not going to use backslash often, you're not going to catch people like that. At 82% in Smash Art, unless you're really confident. Obviously the forward hit is much weaker, but both of these serve the purpose of catching landings. Let's say that an opponent is too far away for you to necessarily get a dash attack on their landing, or you know they're going to air dodge. Because backslash moves so slow, if they've used their double jump, they've used their flip kick, when they're landing, the backslash will always catch them, as long as you know that they have to land. It catches through air dodge. Now, air slash, an amazing out of shield punish. 10 frame startup on the move itself. Kills at 115 mid stage. That's no rage, and of course it's still training mode with no DI, but to be honest, most people don't know how to DI that move. Air slash also has that amazing range, so it's going to be extremely useful. You're going to want to use that more often. Jab, not the best kill option, but it does work. You're going to kill a lot of floaties pretty early with this. Notice that there are multiple hitboxes on that as well. Next, I'm going to show you dash attack, an amazing burst option, and it forces people to pick options from a far distance. So that's once you make your opponent aware of this option to kill so early, you're going to start making them roll, shield from a distance, and that's exactly what you want in Smash Art. It's also good for catching landings and surprise attacks, obviously. Forward air, you're going to see the tipper hitbox there, you know, because it's only 3%. It's going to kill out about 130% near the ledge. You're also going to see the sweet spot here, which kills much earlier. You're not going to see it as much because it's not necessarily his save. You're going to want to use more space moves in Smash Art to keep from getting hit. Speaking of that, I'm going to show you the last one here, tipper back air. You're going to use that around the ledge a lot. Kills at 118 around the ledge, really consistent, really safe way to keep yourself spaced. And I'm going to show you up tilt here. Impossible to DI in reaction. So I use the platform there because you're going to use it mostly as an anti-air. Again, these are extremely general percents. Most of the time you're going to be killing 30-40% under these. Rage affects them a lot. It's also important to keep in mind so that the ledge is still a situation where they have to pick an option. We have options like forward air or air slash that will connect and kill. I'll leave a link in the description below about the percents that air slash will connect both hits. Now we're going to move into our first test case here. Now this is a matchup where the risk-reward is heavily skewed. It's very important to know that Smash Art, the risk-reward is based on matchup a lot, and I'd like to discuss this while we go through this match. Keep in mind there will be moments, there's a specific interaction that will be slowing down the video. I won't discuss it until later on, but keep track of it, see if you can figure out what it is. We'll discuss it later. Sheik is an interesting character when it comes to kill options, and she's not alone in this. She's very much dependent on very specific things to kill. She doesn't have raw kill power. So let's say that you're Bayo, you use like 15 specials in the air and you're in special lag. Sheik will always do the same punish. Like when it comes down to it, their optimal thing to do is grab and go for a combo. They don't kill off of raw hits often. She's not alone in this, Diddy Kong. Many other characters, which is why Smash Art can be so important. That 0 to death is a good way to set the stage for this match. You're going to see how I use Smash Art, and it's going to be really, really invaluable to this match. So keep track of that. I'm going to keep discussing Sheik in the meantime. Sheik versus Shulk when it comes to Smash Art. She's not the only character that does this, but she relies on combos instead of raw hits to kill. She's not like Ryu where she'll kill you in an instant, you don't have time to react. Because she goes for throws first, there's actually time not only to, well, first of all, to buffer deactivate. What buffer deactivation is that even in hit stun, let's say she throws you and she does forward throw, before she can even input something, before you can input something and you're still in hit stun, you can mash B and you're out of Smash Art. So you can lower your kill percent instantaneously on reaction to being put in a bad situation. That's one of the reasons that I believe Smash Art is really good against characters like Sheik or Diddy Kong. There's time to react if they're going for throws and such. It's obviously different if characters like Bowser or Cloud are going for back airs to kill you instantaneously. In a situation like this with Sheik, it's also important to note that Smash Art changes the kill percent for these confirms. So even Ding Dong, every single confirm, every 50-50 in the game, they only work for certain percent ranges, and by being in Smash Art you actually change those. So let's say I'm Shulk and I'm 120%, all of a sudden the 50-50s and such that Sheik relies on to kill me are suddenly gone. So she has to go for things like dash attack or a raw forward tilt, and now that her options are extremely limited, I can play around them way better. Now I'm going to go into a bit more what the interaction is and how I'm working around it and how this is going to matter at the end of the game. It all comes down to how I'm hitting his shield and how he responds to it. Generally, if I miss space and he recognizes it, he punishes with a free grab or an F tilt, but you'll notice if I space it, he jumps. As I've been doing, and you'll see, I like to space aerials around his shield or near his shield, and because I'm taking notes on how he's responding, this is going to come into play later when I finally make a big play when I get into Smash Art. So you're going to see the interaction continue to repeat itself here. And in these situations where I need to get a kill at the end of the day, I need to take notes like this. There it is, you see forward air and the nair. I'm going to go into why he's using this option repeatedly and why it's actually not a bad idea. Number one, if you paid attention, he's actually not only punished me for putting him in shield and punished me properly by jumping out of shield, but you also notice that I have yet to touch him for doing so, right? Him being aware from prior experience, and in this match particularly, that I'm going to make it difficult for him to grab me, he's relying a lot on the nairs like you see there and forward airs to set up what he needs to kill. Technically speaking, I actually could kill him right now in Smash Art, but I know the situation isn't right. So you see me paying attention a lot in how he's moving, and I'm just trying to stay out of range for him to get a really good grab. As you've seen here, he needs to get these nairs because he knows that Shulk's best option out of shield is to jump. So as you see here, I use a semi-spaced aerial here. He jumps to make sure I can't space another aerial. I can't keep him out. I can't play a really nice neutral. And because he's doing it this way, he still gets to pressure me after the roll, which I do to get out of the situation. That was a really nice rollback grab from him, but slightly missed space, and that backslash actually would have killed had he not decided to bouncing fish and stay in the air. Like I said before, it lasts so long and moves so slow it actually catches air dodge. Now this is the first time I'm in Smash Art. I use the dash attack. This is somebody who knows me, so I know he's aware of it. I'm just waiting for the moment to use this forward air, and I know he's going to jump. That was the one instant I've been in Smash Art, and I used 3 moves. One was a dash attack, hoping he'd make a mistake. He didn't make the mistake, but he was playing so passive he couldn't do much against it. One forward air to bait out, and then the up tilt that actually got me the kill at 70%. Now, this is what happens when you use Smash Art cleverly once. I'm going to show you some other opportunities on how it works when it's used repeatedly. Here we're going to have a player you're probably somewhat familiar with. It's going to start in the situation that I like. I'm at the ledge, we're both at high percent, I'm in Smash Art, and I'm staying in shield like an idiot, which is actually completely unnecessary. This is the time right around after Bayo got nerfed, a couple of months after. I'm expecting the high side B, which is why you see the back air there, and Zack does something genius here. In the context of this match, he's been chasing me, air-to-airing me, anti-airing me, typical Zack aggression. But in this instance, when he sees me in Smash Art, and he recognizes that I'm just waiting for him to press a special, land with special lag, use an aerial I can punish with aerial with air slash out of shield or something, he just dips. It's actually something I have to respect from him here. He realized the situation without me pressing a button yet, and he recognizes this is my answer. I'm just going to stay back and I'm just going to bullets you. To be honest, I could have dash attacked with that, but you've seen like I ran towards him and I went to shield, expecting him to press another button that I could punish. Here's me later on, just showing air slash out of shield a bit later, and now I know for a fact Zach knows it's strong. I know it's strong. He has to be aware of it. He knows when I'm in Smash, I'm trying to kill him. He's that close to death, right? So what we're gonna see soon is another repeat of the situation, and we're gonna see how I take those notes into practice. So here's a down smash here. I knock him off stage after I've lost my stock for stupid reasons. I'm at 87%. He's at 129%. I'm at a loss, but in this situation I'm extremely confident because I've seen how he reacts and he feels that he has his answer. So I'm at the ledge again. I jump away expecting a roll or the high side B like usual, and I just run straight towards him because I know Zach does not want to approach me. He feels it's like too much of a risk. He knows I'm trying to bait something out of him. So instead he thought his answer was bullets, but naturally I had the answer to that as well. And there you can see how Smash Art can be used both in one instance alone, off of patience from the rest of the match, and how it can be used in succession to download your opponent better. Naturally, it's not something that won me that set against Zach or anything, but it's definitely something you can take note into your own practice, something that you can help develop yourself to make Shulk that much stronger. Hopefully I've illustrated to you that there is no one single answer or one single approach to Smash Art, and there will always be counterplay to the counterplay. I hope to go this deep with all of the arts, so let me know which art you want to see down in the comments. If you're really feeling it, let me know in the comments. Make sure that the like button is really feeling it too. I also like to let you know that I'm doing things like match set analysis, probably for free, so if you're interested, just let me know. Twitter, YouTube, everything's going to be down in the description below. Really appreciate you guys sticking through my first video, my first art analysis. Stay cool, everyone.